Thank you.
What? Why do you think poetry readings and poetry festivals are important?
Uh, they might not be very important, but I think if one participates in these festivals, one comes across people who are difficult to find out normally, because somebody is coming from Netherlands, somebody is coming from say America, somebody is coming from uh, Frisk, which is a language we don't know about. It's as old as 1000 years, and we do not know about it. And somebody is coming and reciting and reading poetry in that language, and then he translates it. So it's a revelation of a new universe to us. So that's how the festival becomes really important.
Okay, and do you find any difference between this festival and others that you
Uh,
attended?
I think I have not frequent. I'm not frequently attending festivals as such, and but here I think it's very disciplined, and you are given a time frame, and you have to recite your poetry in that frame, and this is good, I think, because then poets know what they have to do, and I think this discipline is challenging.
Tell us something about the process of creating a poem, the process that you follow,
Mm.
especially because you experiment a lot with style,
Hmm,
themes,
hmm, hmm,
and structure.
hmm, hmm, hmm. I don't look up to the literary history of a language. So it's like you have to create something which is not existing, and something where you cannot fall upon. So you want to create your own version of uh, words, own structure. So it might look a bit weird, but I think that's how you discover, invent a new kind of structure for your poetry.
Yeah.
So yes.
People have also copied and plagiarized your work and published it in their name, but you did not say anything.
I could not say anything. In fact, it looks, impolite of me to point out that somebody has imitated me. So,
But then, are you okay with someone else plagiarizing your work?
perhaps I am okay with it, because, well, let them do it.
Okay, how do you view the present world of poetry, nationally and internationally?
Yes. I think we are doing Hindi poetry is up and going. It's largely on the left, and that's a good news for all of us, because there are so many struggles in Indian societal structure, and that have to be fought, and they can be fought through words, and so poetry becomes a good tool to fight things with.
I remember you said that Marxism is also a kind of spiritualism.
It is. Marxism is a kind of a spiritualism, because um, uh, it's about utopia, it's about creating new society, it's about creating a new vision, it's about creating a new dream, and that's what spirituality does. So I think to that extent Marxism is spiritualism.
But
Yes.
then, do the confirmed Marxists buy your viewpoint?
They might not be, but I think as far as a new version of reality is to be created, which is done in spiritualism, a parallel reality is to be. And what is that parallel reality? The parallel reality is creating a new society, a new a utopia which is not existent. So I think they will fall in line with me in this regard.
You not only write poetry that is political, but you see, you've created so much. So for example, now you have almost 4 poetry collections ready, including a novel and a book of plays. So why is this, you see, there's an aversion to publishing your work?
The publishing industry in Hindi particularly is not very inspiring. And I have been hearing lots of things about publishers and how they are, how the writers are subjected to so many humiliations and all that. But then I have come to a stage where I will have to rethink about my strategy of not going to because I myself am there. I'm losing my poems somewhere. They are really lost. So at some point of time, I will have to collect those poems
Yes,
and so because I have been writing and I'm publishing myself in different little magazines, so why not publish it? But
not just different, but I think you've been publishing in the best literary magazines in Hindi.
Only two or three magazines, not more than that.
We also noticed that you're very choosy about where you publish.
Yes, and I have made my point in Hindi that look, publishers, what you are doing is not the right thing.
And they have been after you for a long time.
They have been wishing that I could give my verse to them. So
you think it over?
Over means I will have to give at some point of time my things to them because there is no other parallel structure in publishing. So
there are small presses.
There are small presses, but like yours, Copper Coins. So it's doing good work, and I think these small presses should be encouraged. But there are not too many, like in any other language, in English, etc. So they are not alternative reality. Yours might be perhaps Copper Coins, and writers should think about that. Yes.
Thank you for that. What is your take on Calcutta? It's not your first visit to the city as far as I know, but I'm not sure if you had time to look around. But still, what do you think about the city?
In fact, I could have a very fleeting glimpse of the city. I looked at the Howrah Bridge. It was very blurred view of because it was
get a close view of
close view. So in fact, it's a mythical city because we have been reading about it in novels, in poems, in films. We have been seeing it. So already we know about Calcutta.
It's a cultural icon.
Yes, it is in India. It is cultural icon. So it would be really exciting if we really go to some definitive places.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Do you have any message for Che Poetry Evenings or any comments?
I think it's a wonderful event, and I think we need more of audience to listen to poetry. So if that mobilization can be done, it would be good.
Great. Thank you, Deviji. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you.
Oh, we'll take